Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Now, this is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll be able to help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. My Tinder date took me back to her place and I finished before we could even start. Bro, I know you're gonna be laughing at this, but I need some advice. Now you know, and knowing's half the battle. So I met this girl on Tinder and we went out a few times. I can't lie, she looks like she's way out of my league. With that attitude, I'm sure she is. She's the finest girl I'd never talked to. What's her Instagram? No, it's for market research purposes and whatnot. We go out a few times and talk a lot, so the connection is there. After dinner and drinks one night, we ended up going back to her place to Netflix and chill, but we did very little with the Netflix. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. I was so nervous that as soon as she pulls it out my pants and starts to grab it, I finished all over her wrist and forearm. Hey, yo, 2 tugs and no rub had you out of pocket like Lamar Jackson. Made the loudest, most embarrassing moan in my life, and she bust out laughing so hard that I wanted to jump off a building. Moaning like a lady after you did the accidental discharge on her upper extremities is definitely a reason to take a leap. I tried to make an excuse for her, but she just kept laughing. Giggling in your face is the square root of nasty, but I'm here for it. I just left and went home out of humiliation. She texted me the next day saying good morning, and we've been texting since, but she says she wants to try it again, but I can't get out of my own head. I ain't trying to end up in her group chat getting cooked. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you've been in that group chat since the day it happened. Them shorties got you on simmer. What should I do? Make no mistake about it, you're already in the group chat. They just don't got the heat up high. You simmering right now. You know what I'm saying? You on low heat, just getting a little simmer. She says she want to run it back. Now, if you run it back and do a repeat offender, then they gonna crank the joint. It's gonna be high heat, boiling in 30 seconds. They gonna bake your ass. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, she might even bake you in the group chat, then take it to TikTok for a little story time. Camera gonna be on. Hey, story time, y'all. Check it out. And then she gonna run down the stats of how quick you backed out the hammer on her, and they gonna be laughing. And then it's gonna be a whole bunch of chicks in the comments with similar stories. They gonna be bonding over your trauma. Girl, I had one just like that too. I'm kissing on him. Next thing I know, I feel my hand soaking wet. I'm like, oh, what's this? He giggling. Yo, they gonna be making fun of you, bro. You gonna go viral. It might not be your name tag, but when you see the story, you gonna know it's about you. So you can't do a repeat of can't be a repeat offender. What you need to do when you finally run it back, Red Bull, gas station pill, the Rhino joint, honey pack. 2 condoms. You know what I'm saying? You need to go in there unarmored up. You know what I'm saying? Bulletproof. You want to go in there and not even know if you in it because you can't feel. There's no sensitivity. You know what I'm saying? And you want to have to knock her back clean through the, you know what I'm saying? Knock the lining out that joint to the point where she walking around like the dude from 300. I just want to serve with you, Leonidas. Walking like him. That's how you're going to have her back when you get done, or else it's bad for you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give it a buck. Shorty seemed like she's super cool, down to earth. She reached in, grabbed the hammer, boom, accidental discharge. You know what I'm saying? Blew her hand off. She like, oh, start laughing. He was like, nah, I see, but then, and she kept laughing. That right there lets you know she was understanding. Because if you'd have done that, she'd be like, what is this? Like, what did you, if she'd have been irritated, if she'd have been frustrated, disappointed, any of that would have let you know you wasn't gonna get a do-over. The fact that she was laughing at you, even after you was like, nah, because I see what happened once. She was like, it's cool. And then she texts you the next day in the morning. Good morning, babe. How you feeling? Y'all been texting ever since. She's like, nah, we got to run that back. You know why? Because as a woman, she understands that sometimes men, we go in too anxious, too excited, just too, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we've been up for a minute, you know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, the throbbing been going on. And then just a couple touches down there, he like, yo, I'm out. I ain't got nothing left. And she probably understands like, yo, this happens to everybody. It didn't happen to me a couple times. Not like that. Well, one time it was definitely like that. It might have been just as bad as yours. I'll link a shorty that I was obsessed with in high school. She got the super sweater cannons, dragging the wagon, thick, all that. No BBL, body natural, pretty, all that. Smelt good. Link her when I'm an adult. Now I've been fantasizing her for like about 8-9 years at this point. She finally like, yo, pull up. Rode the motorcycle over there thinking, yeah, I'm about to come in there, you know what I'm saying, do my thing, chill out for a minute. I get in there, we kicking it. She doing foreplay for like 45. I'm like, yo, the health meter is ticking, babe. You on a clock. I'm at 10% health. She didn't straddle me. We was both stripped diggity down, no clothing on. She straddled your boy, was kissing on my neck, smelt good. The bosom was buried in my face, and she was rubbing the thigh across the helmet. She did that for like 30 seconds. Joint shot straight up her thigh. She was like, ooh, what was that? You excited? I'm like, nah, I'm tired now. I done gave you every ounce of energy I had inside the cannon. Like, I got to give you round 2 in like 30 minutes from now. I need to rest because that was an explosion. She was like, damn, that was a lot. You got it all over me. What was that about? I'm like, you just turned me on. Yeah, I was like, you know what, man? Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Too much foreplay. You was working it up. My joint was throbbing. I shot off. I'm sorry. She was like, oh, it's okay. Ran it back 30 minutes later. 30 minutes later, gave her the blues. Then I cleared my name and we was good. But if you go back and you fold again, oh, it's no coming back from that. So what you need to do to get your head straight is you take all the supplements. You know what I'm saying? The honey pack, all that, whatever you got to do to the X, whatever you got to do to drill her, drink a half a fifth of the hen rock. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible when you consume that. You know what I'm saying? Get the yak in your bloodstream. Your mans will be like, you're looking like the Statue of Liberty. Drill her out all crazy. Then she'll be like, damn, now that's what I'm talking about. Then once you get back into, okay, I'm cool, you get your confidence back, then you might need all the supplements no more. Now you comfortable with it. Y'all can have a normal, you know what I'm saying, bedroom Olympics, and you be back on top. Because he seemed like a cool person, down to earth, reasonable, fun to be around. She's laughing. Y'all hit it off. That's my advice to you, bro. Strap up crazy. Hen rock, honey pack, Red Bull, rhino pill from the joint, you know what I'm saying? And then go to work. You know what I'm saying? Put a dent in her mattress, and I think you'll be good. That's my advice to you. Hope everything works out, my man. You know the slogan, stay alert, stay alive. My aunt gave up her baby for adoption, but I helped them find her. Yo, Mike, am I the asshole? So my aunt was 15 when she had her baby. Brenda had a baby, but Brenda barely had a brain. Damn shame, or whatever Tupac said. But gave him up for adoption because she was too young to be a mother. Well, fast forward, he done one of those 23andMe tests and found some possible relatives. Stay alert, stay alive. Well, I was one of the possible relatives, and he reached out to me on Facebook asking me all these questions, trying to locate his mom. It's probably best you let sleeping dogs lie. So I said, yeah, I know your mother. That's my mother's sister, and I gave him my aunt's number. Hey, yo, nah, that's nasty work, but I definitely would have watched and seen how it played out. Well, he called and I've been trying to reconnect with her for a few weeks now. Like this video if you think he's determined as shit. She doesn't want to meet him at all, but she doesn't have the heart to tell him, so she's been putting it off. She said, now you know damn well I didn't want you. Now, why would you come looking for me, young man? And now she's mad as hell at me for giving him the number. Was I wrong for giving out the number, or is it time for her to face her past and finally deal with it instead of running away like she did for the last 30 years? I can't say if you're wrong or not. Wait, no, you're definitely wrong for giving out the number. What you should have done was said, as soon as you got the first message, you should have hit your aunt up. Yo, aunt. You know what I mean? Little homie, cuz you put in the trash bin at the fire department. He back. He looking for you. He hit me, he DM me on Facebook. What should I tell him? You should have gave her that choice. You took it upon yourself to do what you thought was right, which makes you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, your aunt had her reasons for giving up the child for adoption. And it sounds like she did the most logical and sensible thing for that child because she knew that at her age and her predicament, her circumstances, whatever you want to call it, she wasn't prepared to be a mother. Now, people will say, well, if she wasn't ready to be a mother, she's gonna got pregnant. I get all that. That's not here nor there. Once it happened, she made a decision to give up the child for adoption to give him a chance at a better life. And I'm assuming he got that better life. Now, I ain't never been up for adoption, so I don't know how it would feel to be growing up my whole life being like, oh, my parents gave me up for adoption. I need to go out and look for them because I want to at least meet them and find out who they are. The way I am as a person now, and again, this is just me speaking on how I think based on who I am. But until I'm in that situation, I can't say exactly what I would do. But based on who I am, I probably will be on some like, yo, I don't love nobody that don't love me back. I don't want to meet them. They gave me up for adoption. They didn't care. I'm good. I'm living my best life. F them. That's how I probably would be because of my attitude towards things like that. But then again, I don't know. Maybe I grow up and I'm like, man, it would be nice to see the person that made me. Maybe we don't have a relationship, but maybe I just want to run into him. But that's all fair for the son wanting to meet his mom, the mom not wanting that, all that, but it's not your business. Yeah, he reached out to you. You could have just left him on red, talked to her. She'd have been like, nah, don't reply back or be like, yeah, nah, we're not. I don't know who you, I don't know the person you're talking. You could have told him whatever. He don't know you. You don't owe him know you. Or you could have just blocked him. And I know you probably think, well, nah, that ain't cool. If it was, you probably went into this situation thinking, how would you feel if it was you? And then that's how you made your decision. But I bet not once did you ever consider how you would feel if you were your aunt. And at the end, you said, is it time for her to face her reality instead of running from it like she's doing for the past 30 years? I think it's your goddamn business. Who the hell are you to tell her she need to face this? Like, she didn't do anything wrong in the sense of like, well, I can't say that. Some people will say what she did was wrong morally. Like, yeah, legally she didn't do anything wrong, but they'll say morally that wasn't cool. She should have kept the baby or whatever. But adoption is a thing in this country, in a lot of countries, for a reason. So it can't be that wrong if it's something that's legally allowed to happen and happens so many times. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're definitely an asshole for giving a number. Now, you're not asking for advice, but my advice would have been to talk to her first, let her know what happened, and then based on what she said, proceeded after that. Now, even though you didn't ask for no advice, I'm gonna give you some advice to relay to your aunt. She's putting off meeting him because she says she doesn't want to see him at all, whatever. She just don't have the heart to tell him. Maybe she don't have the heart to break his heart twice. Once already giving him up for adoption, and then secondly, just saying, yo, I don't even want to meet you. She may not want to meet him because maybe it'll be a reflection of her mistakes in the past, one that she's been burying and suppressing for all these years, and she's learned how to survive based on the fact of not having to confront that. And maybe just seeing that kid will make that all unfold. Maybe she has a good life. Maybe she struggles with some type of addiction or some type of something that makes her life bad, and this is going to increase it. Like maybe she eats a lot of food or something. I don't know the situation, but there's a reason why your aunt don't want to meet the kid. And I don't think that's your place to have set that up. So if I was your aunt and I'm talking to her, I would probably have your aunt, if she doesn't want to meet the kid, since you started this, I would have you relay to the thing like, listen, my man, I apologize. I tried to get in touch with her, you know what I'm saying? I tried to make this happen, but unfortunately, she's just not in the mental space or whatever. It's got to be on you, pretty much. You got to tell homie because, yo, she don't want to see you, bro. Like, I'm sorry that happened like that, but she's cool off you. Like, this ain't the way the life, is going to work out for you. So to answer your question, you are the asshole, but that's some little unsolicited advice I choose to give is to do that. But in the meantime, my man, stay alert, stay alive. One person's lost puppy is another person's pet. Mike, I found this puppy in my neighborhood a few months ago. I put up a post on social media in a lost pet Facebook group asking if anybody lost their dog. Now, if I'm a betting man, I'm putting all my money down that you're probably white. And I even reported the dog to the police station. Yep, definitely Caucasian, in case someone came along looking for it. No one ever claimed the dog, so after 2 weeks, I decided to keep it. I took the puppy to the vet for shots, the groomers, and I spent a lot of money on a bed and toys, and my kids fell in love with the dog. 4 months later, this lady messages me on Facebook saying that that's her dog. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. For one, I don't believe her. Yeah, me either. And two, why would you wait so long to reach out to me? So I told her that she wasn't getting the dog back because now that's our pet. If that was actually my dog, Dad, it'd be the last thing you could have told me. My kids love that dog, and I spent a lot of money caring for the dog ever since. If it is her dog, I do feel bad. I'm sure you don't, but carry on. But I'm not about to put my kids through that kind of hurt that she was irresponsible and lost her dog for 4 damn months. Mike, what's your take on this whole thing? Nah, this is a slippery slope, because on one hand, I understand your kids they bonded with the puppy. You didn't have the joint for 4 months. They didn't give him a whole new name. Got a little collar, say biscuit on it with a if found return to this address with a number, all that. You didn't went to Petco, got the little custom joint. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But then on the other hand, if that's that lady's dog, that's her puppy for however long, probably years. She probably crying every night looking for a dog, finally come across the Facebook group. Oh, there go Ralphie right there. Some shorty got him over, 2 neighborhoods over. Yo, that's my dog. Now you're burnt. Now I got to pull out the hardware on you. kick him up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's crazy. So, damn. So, okay, let me. All right, this is what I'll say. I do get your side of it. I understand. I don't know how old your children are, but I also understand her side. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a person who loves animals. I mean, loves animals. Dogs especially. I don't really deal with cats, but I'm not mean to them or nothing. Like, I ain't gonna kick a cat or nothing. I'll pet it. I don't want it in my crib. But dogs, man's best friend. So if I had a pup, matter of fact, I had 2 dogs that ran away when I lived back home. And I end up, one of them ended up not making it back. He got into a pool, passed away. Rest in peace to my dog Beans. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes my dog got out on accident, jumping up, hitting the gate, opening it, whatever. If my dog go missing, and then 4 months later I found out homie cuz down the street got my dog, and I'm like, yo, that's mine. Like, you're not getting it back. I promise you, that's going to be the worst thing you could have said to me. Especially if my daughter's like, Dad, that's our dog right there. Nah, that's my puppy now. All right, my man, you might as well just go ahead and call the cops right now. Because what I'm about to do to you is going to cause an exorbitant, you know what? It's going to be a lot of damage done to your face. I can't say the word, and I know how to say it too. That's crazy. I want to cut that out, but I'm going to leave it in because I'm human and I make mistakes. But yeah, if I show my youth, my offspring, oh, there go King, my dog, and you're like, nah, that ain't your dog. Oh, guess what, bro? It's over. So what I would do is I would have her provide proof, irrefutable proof that that's her dog. And if so, you need to do the right thing and give it back. And then what you do is you stroll down to the Animal Rescue League, the Humane Society, whatever they call it in your city, the pound, and you go with your kids and let them pick out another dog that's about to be put under the earth. Save a dog's life, you know what I'm saying? Bring that dog home, and ain't nobody coming for it because it's clearly on the euthanization list. So you go save a dog from the Rescue League. But if she can't prove that that's her dog, then yeah, you got to call 50 and get her off your porch. Nah, yeah, get the authorities out here before I shoot this intruder. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would go about doing it, because keeping that dog, knowing that her family's missing that dog, is just bad karma. And I would hate for something like that or something bad like that to happen to you in return because you did that to that woman. You know what I'm saying? So if she can provide irrefutable proof that that's her dog, I would give her the dog back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take a little group picture. Oh, muffins. You know what I'm saying? Get a dog a kiss, let the kids say bye, and then take them right down to the Animal Rescue League and then adopt one. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. That's the right thing to do. And I understand y'all got attached, but you wasn't even trying to keep the dog at first. You waited 2 weeks. You went down to the police station. I know that you didn't want that dog. The kids probably suckered you into keeping it. We love him. Can we keep him, Mom? You was like, oh, whatever. And then your heart started to melt because the puppy was probably cute. So you went and got him, shots and all that. Took him to the vet, groomed, all that. And then you was like, all right, it's my dog now. But it's not. And I think you deep down know that that's not your dog. So she can prove it, give the dog back. If she can't, keep it. But that's my advice to you. I hope everything works out. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment. Let me know what advice you would have gave them. Who knows? Maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure to read it in the future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. Just remember, stay alert, stay alive.